Hey everybody, Don here. Well, I had said in the last video that I wasn't going to go shed hunting for a while, and Mother Nature's helping me out a little bit. She dumped about 3 inches of snow on us on the last, 2 days. So that's going to make it a little bit harder. So instead of shed hunting, my buddy Mark is coming up, and we're going to try our hand at doing a little ice fishing this weekend. Got one of the local lakes. I want to try to maybe grab some perch or some crappie, maybe make a fish fry. So headed out to the garage now to pull my gear out of the attic and see what I can get set up for the weekend. It's a little chilly out here. Wind's blowing, a little bit of snow still falling. Let's head up into the garage. The garage is pretty much a catastrophe. Let's hit the lights. Okay, so and the ice fishing gear is all over the place, so let's get it together. Alright, getting the ice fishing gear ready for tomorrow. Let's start and see what we got. So I've got right off the bat, we'll start with these, the polar tip-ups. Absolutely my favorite kind of tip-up. So simple. You know, everything's underwater here. Got some line keepers on there, but so you don't get frozen up. Fish takes the bait, boom, up she goes. They got a notch on them, so if it's a windy day, you don't get a lot of wind flags, so that's awesome. I love those. I got a couple of those that I usually take with me. We're in New Hampshire, you're allowed, in the non-trout lakes, you're allowed, I think 5, maybe it's 6 lines in the water per person. I usually don't take that many. I usually take a couple of tip-ups and 1 jigging rod. Speaking of which, I got a couple jigging rods here. This one's set up more for lake trout. It's got the non-stretch Power Pro on there. It's, you go deep, you get down, way down deep, you can feel those real light bites really good with that line. So, got that. I got this one is set up more for perch, crappie, whatever, lighter panfish. Looks like I got 2, maybe 4 pound test on there, but I think it's 2. I got a couple of those that I have with me. These are handy, just from a safety standpoint. Wear these around your neck, especially in the early season when the ice might be a little sketchy. You go through, these will help you get out, dig into the ice. You're trying to grab onto wet ice, you're gonna have a hard time getting out, but these will help you get out. I went through the ice when I was a kid, and I don't care to do it again. Of course, got to have a couple of ice skimmers. I like these plastic ones. They're nice and light. So I take a couple of those with me. This is cool. This is a Catch Axe. This is a depth finder. It's made by Markham. You get, especially if you have clear ice, it's perfect. But if you got smooth ice, you put a little water down on it. Get a good contact area. Push the button. It'll tell you how deep the water is, how far to the bottom. Whether it's 3 feet, 103 feet, this thing works excellent. So it's really nice to have. I'm going to leave that out because I think it needs new batteries. So I'm going to put some in regardless. Got a little power bait wax worms, good for crappie, perch. Got some leader material. This is 2 pound test. This is for, actually, no, this is 4 pound test. I'm sorry. No, it was 2 pound test. What else? I got an old school jig and stick for Lakers. Looks like I got about 100 feet of heavy line on there. Good lake trout jig. And a good probably 18-inch leader on there. Always like to have that old school rig with me. Got an assortment of jigs. Looks like there's some Swedish pimples, some Phoebes, Castmasters, good assortment of jigs in here for either trout or panfish. So that's good. And if I'm taking a buddy with me, I'll take a couple other tip-ups too. I got this cool basket of goodies from my friend Don Stokey. He gave up ice fishing a couple of years ago for health reasons, and gave me a great deal on this awesome pack basket, and just loaded up with skimmers and tip-ups and all kinds of good things. Some jigging rods in there, and he liked the polar ice tip-ups too. So I'm gonna take a couple extra of these. I did check the line on them; they're all good. And that's about it. Oh, bait bucket. This bait bucket is pretty sweet. It's an insulated bucket inside of here. It's got a little aerator, battery-powered aerator in the bottom. Batteries are still good, so it keeps the bubbles up nice. And I got a couple of Bait Buddy oxygen tablets in case the batteries do die. And I'll keep that in this thing. This way I can throw my bait in there, keep it from freezing up too bad. Have a nice place to sit. So we're good. We got everything we need. The augers out in the truck. The jet sled's out in the truck. We'll load everything up in the morning and we'll see you on the water.